On this edition of Begin Japanology, our theme is plastic food samples. We'll learn why they were created in the first place and how they developed as an element of Japanese culture.
Hello and welcome to Begin Japanology. I'm Peter Barakan. I'm on the restaurant floor of a Tokyo department store, and there are many different restaurants all serving different kinds of food. What they all have in common is that in the window they have these plastic food samples that show you exactly what's being served. You can see from the samples what's on the menu. They also have the prices on as well. Not the price of the sample, which is much more expensive, but of the dish that it represents. I'm sure you all know what it's like going to a foreign country and trying to read a menu in a language you do not understand. It can be absolute hell. You come to Japan, you stand in front of any restaurant, you say, okay, I'm going to have one of those. If you're seeing these samples for the first time, let's dive straight in and take a look at what they're all about.
Many restaurants in Japan display plastic food samples in their shop windows to draw the attention of people passing by. They make it easy for a potential customer walking by to see what we serve. And the other thing is they help a customer to visualize the dishes and decide what to order. Plastic food samples provide information about the menu in a visual form. It's vital for them to communicate clear information about the ingredients, serving size and flavor. What do diners think of these models? It's easier to visualize the food than just reading off a menu. I think the plastic samples make it easier to choose. That's how I feel. The plastic food samples let me know what a restaurant is like inside. Many diners make a decision about which restaurant to eat in based on plastic food samples. The samples inspire confidence in what will be served. These models are detailed and accurate reproductions of real food. In the early years, they were made of wax, but now they're mostly made of plastic. And most models are made to order, since the quantity and presentation even of the same dish varies from one restaurant to the next. A plastic model is far more expensive than the item it represents. The plastic version of this hamburger steak dish costs around 10,000 yen. Plastic food samples serve not just to introduce the menu, but to draw customers in. They employ various clever, eye-catching design features. One approach is to portray each dish at its most irresistible. The finest examples may stimulate your appetite more intensely than the actual food, and those ones enter the realm of art. The arrangement of the showcase to display food models to maximum effect is itself an art. Here's a showcase in which the food samples have simply been lined up. Now let's see how food sample pros rearrange it. "20 minutes later, notice how much easier it is now to see what is available. First of all, colorful drinks and parfaits are easy to spot from a distance, so we put them on the top shelf. And then we group the menu items according to cuisine. Put Japanese dishes all together, Chinese dishes all together, Western-style dishes all together, and so on and so forth. Menu items that are popular with children, such as the children's special, are placed down below at an optimal height for the young customer to see. The angle of presentation is also vital. The food models are tilted so that they are at a 45-degree angle to the gaze of a customer of average Japanese height. This makes the contents most visible, and this is only possible if the samples are plastic rather than real. Colourful pieces of cloth are used to enhance the visual appeal. In the industry, they say that the right arrangement can boost sales by 20 to 40%. Serving as both menu and advertisement, plastic food samples are an everyday sight in today's Japan.
Okay, it's quiz time. I've got 2 dishes of grilled eel here in front of me, but only one of them is real. Which one is it? Okay, I'll put you out of your misery. It's this one, but I can tell mainly because of the aroma. To look at them, they're almost identical. And this is the sample, of course. You can see, look, it's only a model. But just look how beautifully well it's made. See, look, it looks like it's charred here on the end, and then it sort of curls up here, this end, the way that these things do. This one's the same as well, isn't it? These food samples originated, of course, in Japan. Recently, they've spread as far as China, Korea, and some other parts of Asia, but you don't find them in the West, which is a little strange considering how many foreign visitors come to Japan and how many of them buy food samples to take back as souvenirs. You would have thought that by now, lots of enterprising European restaurants will be using these things. Well, there you go. I think personally, food samples are potentially one of Japan's great exports to the world.